Fury back out again. 2nd and 5. 10. Josh James down. Yo, let's get it up.
Live from the beach, baby. Let's go.
You guys got any more concerns? Let's continue this Giants and Cowboys stuff before we get onto the power rankings.
Nah, just real quick, man. I just want to say, like, I'll admit and say that Odell's immature, but I won't call him a cry. To me, a crybaby is like I would say like a crybaby is like.
It's like Des Bryant.
Terrell Owens' behavior. Odell don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll also go and say what's going on now with the kid from Buffalo. What's his name?
Watkins. Samuel Watkins. Yeah.
Come on, man. Yo, what's his name had crazy targets in a 12-game span. Odell. Not once. His targets have gone down tremendously. And the Giants, to me, they're making a mistake, and that's why they're struggling. You got to find ways to get this man the ball. He's not crying about it at all.
No, you know why?
People want to say he's not performing. Just look at his targets. Look at his catch rate. That right there would tell you he's just not getting the ball. So he can't. If he's not getting the ball, he can't perform.
But that's because defenses are actually adjusting to him now.
Yeah, wait a minute. But
when you get Cruz back on the field, that opens up everything. Trust me.
Who's the number two? Who's the number two that's making teams sweat at night in Houston?
There is none. You're supposed to have Nate, but yeah.
Who's the number two in Atlanta that's making people sweat? The old ass Roddy White? No. That's my point. I blame the offensive coordinator for not being creative enough to move around I don't see him move around the formation unless I'm watching a different Giants game. He don't move around the formation like that and get mismatched.
No, he goes from the outside to the slot a lot. So
yeah, and I disagree about Cruz Cruz being more of like a hampered Odell than actually helping him. I mean, just because Demaryius Thomas is on the field doesn't mean Emmanuel Sanders is doing worse because he's out there. I disagree with that.
Exactly.
I also wanted to bring one thing up because I didn't really get to do it on First and Go, but Tim, I just wanted to ask you one question with the Greg Hardy situation. Are you confident, or do you feel okay? And are you on the side of Jerry Jones wanting to extend this man after what he showed in 2 games?
Yes, and I'm a name
something. To know your side.
No, and the reason why I feel confident because me as a Cowboy fan for a long time, I've seen him done it with Charles Haley. He's done it with Ken Norton Jr., Alonzo Spellman. He has done it with Des Bryant, Michael Irvin. I got a book to read you stuff that never even hit the news. God forbid if the stuff we had social media back then and it hit it, these guys wouldn't even last as long. So Jerry Jones has taken care of his players and has, whatever program he's running, it's made everybody look bad. Like, say, you know what?
That goes for every team, though, with that social media crap.
I can tell you Warren Moon was one of them who said Des Bryant would be locked up before I forgot the young man's name from Jacksonville, who got drafted out of the same school. He's, I think, rehab right now.
Justin Blackmon?
Justin Blackmon.
We gotta move on to the subject. We finished the first down. Moving on. Top 4.
And look at that. So that's my thing.
All right, power ranking time.
All right, we got Green Bay, who's 4-0. We got Carolina, who's 4-0. Patriots, who's 4-0. And the Denver Broncos. What do you guys see? What's your order from best to the worst in the top 4?
I'm going to start off, actually. I think you can't dethrone the Patriots until they're dethroned. I mean, obviously, they're the number 1 in my book until said otherwise. Then for second, I'm going to have to go Green Bay. I mean, that fluid offense, it's hard to even go against Aaron Rodgers and stop that man. That guy is just always on his feet, always on his toes. The footwork is immaculate for a quarterback. That dude, amazing. I can't say enough about Aaron Rodgers. For third, I'm going to have to probably put the Bengals ahead of the Panthers. And the only reason I'm having Denver on the bottom is because they're only on top or undefeated right now because their defense is number 1 in the league. There's going to be some point where in the second half of the season, offenses are going to be able to catch up and figure out how to get past Denver's secondary, and Peyton isn't going to be able to be Peyton anymore. Father Time is catching up to him. And the reason I put Cincinnati ahead of Carolina is I believe Cincinnati has more offensive power and more of an all-around balanced team than Carolina does, and I also think Carolina's had a bit of an easier schedule and hasn't had too many threats aside from the impressive Seahawks win that they've had. But that's how I would rank it, 1 through 6. Or I'm 1 through 5. I'm sorry, I can't count over here.
All right.
Go next.
I'll go. I mean, my order, I put it out on Monday, I think it was. But I'm gonna have to say that I agree with Josh pretty much. Patriots look better this year than they did in 2007, and we all know what happened in 2007. Not in the Super Bowl, but regular season. Number 2 obviously is, Green Bay. I think Green Bay will remain undefeated after this week as well. That's just my prediction. Number 3, and I hope they can do this in the playoffs, is Cincinnati. Andy Dalton is playing on a different level right now. You have A.J. Green that's over there that's helping him out. You have a great running game, great defense. So Cincinnati's number 3 for me. Number 4, I would have to say Denver. And the only reason why I'm putting Denver at 4 is because their defense is, out of this world right now. They could very easily be like a 1-5 team, 2-4 team at this point. But that defense has helped them out tremendously. So I'm going to put them at 4. I would have to say Carolina. Carolina would be number 5 for me. Carolina is doing a lot. Cam Newton, I wouldn't call him an MVP. I would put him 3rd probably in MVP right now. Behind Rodgers and Brady. But that's pretty much my line right there.
All right, I'll go next because I know Tim's got a lot to say. I'm going to put the Pats number 1 for the reasons that were already stated. Can't really count them out because they're still undefeated as a champ. I'm going with the Bengals at number 2. To me, out of all the teams, they are the most complete team right now out of all the 5. I mean, in terms of offense, like every phase, they're playing really good football. Putting Green Bay 3rd. The last 2 games they had, like especially that game against St. Louis, they really should have lost that game. But I'm going to go put Green Bay at 3rd. Denver, I'm still going to put them ahead of Carolina. The schedule, the teams that they played. I'm still holding out hope that in the second half of the season, Peyton Manning is going to pick this up somehow, or they're going to maybe coming off of the bye, they're going to have some adjustments made and maybe put him in the shotgun more. I don't know, but to make him more comfortable, because I'm fully convinced this is definitely his last year.
You need something.
Yeah, and so and in Carolina, I'm going to put 5th. They, to me, have the second best defense out of all of these 5. You know what I mean? I think behind
linebacker corpse.
But I'm only putting, like I said, Carolina behind Denver because of their schedule and the teams they played. That's really why. And that's it for me.
All right. Well, I had the Bengals number 1. Just like Cooper said, I like what Cooper said. They have the best offense and they got a good offense with A.J. Green, Marvin Jones. Now they got Tyler Eifert. They got 2 running backs that are very solid, and the defense is very good. So I made no mistakes with that. I like Bengals number 1. Number 2, of course, it's the Patriots, not by much. They have the best camera, and they have a new cell phone. So you can't argue. You can't argue there with them. I don't like. I'm sorry, Jacob. I love you, bro, but I don't like the Patriots. You embarrassed us too.
Is that because they beat you this year already?
Yeah, it's a little summary.
Oh, yeah.
I give number 2, but number 3, I'm going with Denver. No, excuse me. Number 3, this is a little surprise. I'm going with Carolina.
Wow.
It's a jump. There's a rumor saying they're trying to get a wide receiver. I don't know from what trade, the deadlines, if they're trying to get a wide receiver. But this team is if Cam had a number 1 wide receiver, the way they play, for them to go to Seattle and beat Seattle, that defense is strong as crazy, and Cam is not getting no love. And you know what? And this has to be brought up. When Cam got hit out of bounds and told the referee, how come I didn't get that call? And the ref came out and said, because you know how they've been in this league long, I'm hoping they replay that because he's showing why he should have got that call. So I got Carolina right there. Number 4.
Can I just say it's amazing how he's doing it without Calvin Benjamin as well?
Yes, excellent.
He's a rookie wide receiver and Funches from.
He's my number 1 MVP.
Crazy,
my number 1 MVP right there. Number 4, you know, I'm going with Denver because they're more healthier than Green Bay, and that's just it. Peyton Manning, you know, right now Aaron Rodgers doesn't have Jordy Nelson. He's playing with an older veteran, James Jones, and Cobb, who's not really that guy to carry. You understand? So unless Devontae Adams or that kid Janice or Ty Montgomery step up and do something, I got Green Bay in the last of the totem pole. As far as Denver, as long as you got Sanders healthy, you have Demaryius Thomas. He's throwing them short passes was the yak yard that's so heavily big. And Denver got a top defense right now, so that'll be my rankings right there.
And they're doing it without a running game.
Yes, that too. But Peyton never had a running game. I don't know. I never had one, but
it's not
that's it.
That's my point.
DJ Anderson, the bones.
Yeah, that's it. So Sean, we played nice.
I'm not at home now. I'm not home right now.
But how about this? Is there any team right now that's not undefeated that could beat any of these teams any given day?
I'm sorry, what was the question? I was trying to respond to Kendra's question there of why I'm wearing shades inside the house.
You know why? You know why? No, Dom. You know, Dom. You know why, Dom? Dom. You know what? Just tell her because you're blinded by the Seattle Seahawks that Sean is wearing. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, that's crazy though. I'm not gonna lie.
Seattle Seahawks.
Man. I'm trying to think, and you know what I mean.
What was the question again?
Is there any team right now in the league right now that can beat any of these top 5 any given
Honestly,
day?
the teams that I think have the best chance against the undefeated teams right now would be I would honestly give a chance to the Falcons. And I think the Cardinals have a legit chance. The Cardinals are a great team this year.
I'm gonna throw a team out there right now and tell me what you guys think. I think St. Louis has a good chance of beating those teams.
I honestly think the Cardinals make a deep run into the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Cardinals, yeah.
If
Carson even though they're not undefeated, I look at them that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they would have been legit last year, and they got through a playoff game or so with Drew Stanton or whoever was backing them up. They got a great team. If Carson doesn't get injured, they got a shot at getting to the NFC Championship, I think.
No, actually, Drew Stanton got hurt. It was Ryan Lindley.
That's who it was. It was a third stringer. You're right. Yeah.
See, I want to pick my Cowboys. If Denton Romo was playing, it's hard. It's hard. But you know what? I'm going to go with the New York Jets. I'm going to give them some love.
Good one. That's a good one.
I'm going to give them some love.
They're a good squad this year.
Yeah, and, that defense, for them to go to the Patriots' house and only lose by 10, I'm going to tell you this, man, the Patriots are getting by. It's a matter of time before they expose Malcolm Butler and these other guys back there. I'm telling you, it's a matter of time.
The Jets should have won that game, man.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, they should have. 2-minute warning, guys. Wrap it up.
Yeah, I was gonna. The other team I was gonna throw out there real quick, and it's only of late since we're talking about now. We're not talking about the past. I was gonna throw out like Miami, man. Miami's playing probably the best football in the league right now. I can see them doing it. So we'll see on Thursday night, right?
Don't get Tim going, man. You're gonna revive his.
Damn, come on!
No, I don't want to hear this.
Come on! He said it.
You were on the balance beam, and you're like, I don't
know. No, he said it. He said it. He said it.
Who thought Miami was going to
see, Coop, I was gonna pick the Miami Dolphins. I said, you know what? If I do that, Josh gonna get all over me. Let me stick with the Jets. You said it. He said it.
No, real talk. Dan Campbell might be doing big things in Miami this year. That's crazy what they've done the past 2 games. Do you look at the numbers? Almost
right.
500.
That's what I'm talking about. The numbers the last 2 games.
Almost 500. That's crazy.
But can I say something?
Do you guys really think Miami's going to beat New England tomorrow?
Hell yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I think so.
Where they're playing right now is possible.
Hey,
Where they're playing now is possible,
You
man.
guys,
We'll see.
the spread is 8 right
Brandon
now.
LaFell keeps dropping
hold on.
passes the game. It's gonna happen.
Remember, I'm the one who said the Miami Dolphins will go to the Super Bowl on the AFC side. I said that. I had said that at the beginning of the year. The way they play, and I told you, on paper, they look good. They look great. They look great on paper with all these guys they have over there. There's no, I mean, if you look at it, they got more on paper than the Patriots, than Denver.
Paper doesn't win, no, baby. Play on the field wins.
You're right about that. But the way Peyton Manning's going, and I think Tom Brady will go down to reality. It's going to hit him. It's going to, because the game against the Steelers, he barely even won that one. They didn't have Antonio Brown, no Martavis Bryant, no Le'Veon Bell.
If Miami puts Brent Grimes' wife at safety, it's a wrap.
Yes.
All right, guys. We kind of ran out of time. Next down.
Let's do it, baby. Run the ball.
All right. We're running now to 3rd and 1, guys. Our final down. Catch us there.
All right.